Over the past few weeks, we've covered almost every major Insta360 X6 leak, from certification documents and retail box photos to someone accidentally buying the camera before it was even announced. But today, we finally have something official. Insta360 has released its very first teaser for the X6, and while it's only around 40 seconds long, it quietly confirms several of the biggest upgrades we've been waiting for. More importantly, it also tells us where Insta360 is focusing this generation, and honestly, I think they're making exactly the right moves. The biggest confirmation is the imaging system. Insta360 officially mentions 1-inch imaging, and that's a much bigger deal than it might sound at first. This doesn't mean the X6 suddenly has two traditional 1-inch sensors inside. Instead, just like DJI did with the Osmo 360 last year, Insta360 is using a square 1.1-inch sensor architecture that's specifically designed for 360 cameras. Traditional camera sensors use a 4.3 shape, but in a 360 camera, a large part of that sensor is effectively wasted because the two cameras have to stitch everything together. A square sensor makes much better use of the available area, captures more light where it actually matters, and ultimately improves image quality without making the camera physically larger. And that's exactly why this matters so much for low-light performance. Every generation of consumer 360 cameras has struggled once the sun goes down. Daytime footage has been excellent for years, but night scenes, indoor recording, and evening travel videos have always been the weak point. A larger square imaging sensor gives Insta360 a much stronger foundation before software even gets involved. So if you've been hoping for cleaner footage at night, this is probably the most important confirmation in the entire teaser. Speaking of low light, another feature now makes a lot more sense: Pure Video. We first saw this mentioned on the leaked retail box a couple of weeks ago, but at the time we didn't know what hardware was behind it. Now we do. Pure Video isn't just another firmware trick. It's combining that larger imaging system with new image processing to reduce noise, preserve detail, and improve low-light footage. Whether you prefer its look over DJI's processing will ultimately come down to personal taste. But it's clear that Insta360 sees low-light performance as one of the biggest selling points of the X6. The second major announcement is the brand new AI Pro chip. Insta360 doesn't explain exactly what it's doing yet, but this is probably where a lot of the magic happens. Modern 360 cameras rely heavily on computational photography. Every frame has to be stitched together, stabilized, exposed correctly, and processed in real time. A dedicated imaging processor can improve stitching quality, HDR performance, subject tracking, noise reduction, and even battery efficiency. So while people often focus on sensor size, processing has become just as important, and this new chip could easily end up being one of the biggest real-world upgrades over the X5. There's another subtle detail hidden in the teaser that many people missed. Throughout the video, Insta360 uses a vibrant rainbow color effect, and that's widely being interpreted as a hint toward 10-bit color recording. Previous leaks already suggested 10-bit support, so while the teaser doesn't explicitly mention it, everything seems to be pointing in the same direction. If that's the case, creators will have much more flexibility when color grading, especially for travel videos and professional workflows. The teaser also spends quite a bit of time showing underwater footage, and I don't think that's accidental either. Combined with the leaked Quick Start guide we saw earlier, this effectively confirms that the Invisible Dive Case Pro is coming for the X6. The manual already showed support for underwater use, but now Insta360 is clearly putting scuba diving and underwater creators front and center in its marketing. That's great news for anyone shooting snorkeling, diving, or ocean content, because underwater stitching has traditionally been one of the most challenging areas for any 360 camera. And finally, Insta360 has officially confirmed what we've all been waiting for: August 12th. That's the day pre-orders open, and it's also very likely the day the review embargo lifts. So after weeks of leaks, we're finally only days away from seeing the complete camera, full specifications, and, most importantly, real-world footage. What's even more interesting is that this isn't the end of the marketing campaign. According to multiple reports, Insta360 plans to release 5 more teaser videos before the official launch. That means today's teaser is really just the beginning. If they continue revealing one major feature at a time, we should learn quite a bit more before August 12 even arrives. Meanwhile, DJI's strategy couldn't be more different. We know the Osmo 360 exists, thanks to certification documents and leaked photos, but DJI itself has remained almost completely silent. No teaser campaign, no official previews, no communication with the 360 community. Insta360, on the other hand, is building excitement step by step, giving people something new to talk about almost every day. Whether that's because DJI is waiting for a later launch, or simply watching what Insta360 reveals first, we don't know. But right now, Insta360 is definitely controlling the conversation. So far, everything is lining up remarkably well with the earlier leaks. The larger imaging system is confirmed, the AI Pro chip is official, pure video is looking increasingly important, underwater accessories are coming, and August 12 is now locked in as the launch date. At this point, the only big question left isn't what the X6 offers, it's how well it actually performs. And that's what I'm most excited to see. Because specifications only tell half the story. If Insta360 has genuinely solved the low light problem while improving battery life, image processing, and color at the same time, the X6 could easily become the biggest upgrade the X series has seen in years. So let me know what you think. Out of everything Insta360 confirmed today, which feature are you most excited about? The new 1-inch imaging system, the AI Pro chip, pure video, or are you still waiting to see the real-world comparison against DJI's upcoming Osmo 360? As always, if more teasers drop over the next few days, I'll keep you updated right here on the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.